Welcome back. So here we are, and Jess is back for more punishment. So we're gonna take a relatively easy hike. Relatively. So I expect that it shouldn't be too bad, but let's go ahead and click start. So this is something known as like the Crafton Hills. And this is kind of a nice area, as you can see here. It's a little bit of a park. And plenty of folks out here, but it looks kind of nice otherwise. So we're gonna get to know this part. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so that first mile, we're at 1.06, and we gained about 300 feet, 306 up and 8 down. It's in about 26 minutes, 12 seconds. So you can tell, the trail here is actually quite nice for a beginner. As a matter of fact, the only thing that concerns me actually a little bit is that there are probably mountain bikers, because this looks like one of those mountain bike friendly trails. But there's also hikers, as a matter of fact. If you look way back in the distance, not behind me, but like a couple hundred yards, there's another hiker starting this hike. So I saw a couple of mountain bikers, but other than that, like I said, it's a very, very kind trail. Yeah. So let's go ahead and keep going. Okay, so that is 2.03 miles, 542 up, 84 down, and that's in 52:49. So as you can tell, this is I'm even thinking this road may be good for a little trail running. There's other roads there, like the Bear Bear Canyon Road, that I've done trail running on that one, and that one actually was a bit harsher. Whereas this one, it's been very, very gradual, very kind. So at least up to this point, this looks like this would be good for trail running. Let's go ahead and keep on going. Okay, so that is 3 miles, 3.03. That's 8:58 up, 84 down, and that's in 1:19:35. So I'm gonna give Jess credit. He is kicking ass. This is great. Like I said, there's a bit of a challenge. As you can see up there, there's a cyclist going uphill, way in the distance. Let me see if I can. There it is. Yeah, so far, I like this for a trail run. This really would be nice. Okay, so that is 4.01 miles. It's 1,100 up, 84 down, and that's in 1:53:35. Jesse, struggling, but you're winning. So the road itself, as I've said, is kind. It's still, the miles are going to kick your butt. Well, that's the point. But for those of you who want to test your feet on something that's not going to totally like make you go rock climbing or anything, this is great. A big part of the reason I chose it was because, if you recall, my recent hike to Zanja Peak, I actually hurt my ankle. And I busted it, I sprained it, and it got really, really big and swollen. As a matter of fact, that was just 2 weeks ago. And I'm just barely recovering. But, so I needed a hike that would still be a bit of a challenge, but that would not risk twisting my ankle anymore. And this road meets that. The miles are going to get me, but at least the trail itself isn't going to endanger my ankle. And so I should still recover. So let's see. So we are at 5.09 miles, and that's 13:49 up, 1:42 down, and that is in 2:23:50.
My thighs are on fire.
But he is exceeding himself, and that makes him awesome. And yes, we are probably, it looks like my estimate is we're about 10 minutes from the peak. So it doesn't look like it. It looks like we're actually, he's liking the fact that right now we got this little slight decline. I haven't told him that we're about to go up again because he's going to start cursing. Actually, I've shared with him my years of it. I told him about the fact that you don't want to think about the distance. Just keep walking. Don't think about it, because it's just going to drive you crazy. You're just going to be like, Instead, distract yourself. Listen to your music. Look at nature, think about something nice. I don't know. We all have ways of distracting ourselves, except just looking at your phone. And that's because if you look at your phone, you won't see the trail. This is a nice trail, but you've seen what's happened to me. When I don't look at the trail, I twist my ankle. Not good. So let's keep going.
Let's go. Let's start running at this point.
If you feel like it, do it.
No.
I was gonna say, if you feel like it, run, and I'll keep up with you. So don't worry about me.
I feel like that menudo. I feel like my legs are menudo right now. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I don't blame you. This is beyond what you've normally done.
I'm
So
gonna sleep like a baby.
yes.
Eat some grandma's food, take a shower, and sleep like a baby.
That's true. But you are doing excellent.
I have to go like 30 miles down here.
Feels like that. But then one day you will be down there.
Light it off.
Yeah. I guess that's the peak, man. That looks like that's the peak. Or is it that one? I don't know. He's tired, but he's done great. It is common to get blisters on high when you've done more miles than you're used to, because your shoes are not, you're not used to using it. We will check later.
Finally. Damn. Felt like climbing Mount Everest.
But you did it, man. How does that feel? What's the view like? Look at that. Awesome, isn't it? I will check up on his foot in just a bit. He said he felt what was like a thorn, but he didn't. Well, no, you will know. But this is a very, very pretty little peak. He's a beginner and he did it, so you can too. So this side of the trail is a little more like an actual trail than on the way up. The way up was, as you noticed, much like a little road. I mean, this isn't that bad. It's still not super challenging, but it's like narrower. It's got a few more obstacles in it. So, a little different. Okay, so that is 6 miles, 6.03, and that is 1565 up, 421 down, and that is in 301.28. So as I said, this part of the trail is interesting. It's not that bad, but Jesse is on the poles, which is good. That'll help him with his tired legs. And since, as you know, going downhill is often more dangerous than going uphill, but you did a good job. And now we are just trying to make it as far as we can before it gets too dark. I have the flashlight, but hopefully we can still do another 10-15 minutes of this. So this might be one of the last clips, but we'll see. If not, we'll see you at the end. Okay, so we are officially done. As you can tell, it is dark, but the road, everything is very nice and clean to us. So the dark's not much of a problem. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Okay, so we are done with that one. And it got kind of cold, but what do you think, Jess?
It was fun, but challenging.
He really did exceed himself. That was our first hike on this, and as you can tell, the character of the hike was pretty interesting. You know, the first part going up to the peak, all the way to the peak, first six and a half miles, was the road was nice. It was like a nice little fire road. It was nice and gradual and very good for trail running. So that's a good idea. From there, after the peak, coming down for the next couple of miles, it was a little bit challenging. I mean, I don't want to say it's that bad, but it was different from, it wasn't like a pure road. And I say that because once it got dark, it was a bit of a challenge trying to find our way out of there. So there was that. Of course, once we reached right around mile 8, and then it just turned into the trail by the side of the road, which was super easy to follow. And then actually the last half mile was nothing but just road, almost road. I mean, it did have a little dirt trail, but so very easy, very friendly, especially for those of us who do this at night. So that was important. The cold actually kind of affected me a bit because you get a little bit of cold water diuresis, and you know what that is. So we didn't need that much water. I brought a liter and a 600 milliliter, 1.6 liters. I didn't even finish the 600, so as you can see there, my water numbers wasn't that much. So, but this, I honestly believe this is a fantastic hike to bring someone who is still a little bit of a beginner, but wants to challenge themselves. From that level all the way to advanced, because they'll kick my butt. The miles will get you. I mean, it's a little over 10 miles. The miles will get you, but if you are, like I said, especially if somebody else who still hasn't done the more elevation intense hikes, this is going to be just fine. This is great. So, other than that, though, I think I will let you go early, and I here and Jess will say, don't forget to challenge yourself.